All right, here we are. I am your podcast lackey here up in the Golden Bear studio, giving y'all a little bit of a intro to this video that I've been working on, which is sort of like behind the scenes footage of me editing the episode that came out on Friday, April 1st. And that's not an April Fool's joke with Aaron Polovchak. So when I was editing, I went through, recorded my screen, and I've kind of compiled everything. I sped it up a bunch. I added some smooth jazz underneath, and I did a little narration over that. But setting this up, I wanted to do an unboxing video about these microphones, actually. And we got them new a couple weeks ago, and I kept them in the Amazon packaging and everything. And I shot footage of it, but all of that footage turned out to kind of be garbage. You could really only see like half of my face, which is not an ideal situation. It's the moneymaker after all. So yeah, I kind of knew I had to pivot and, change my course a little bit. And so that's where this idea came from. But hopefully you can still see, I'm pretty sure I still have some of that footage left of me setting up my studio. I'll speed up the footage and maybe I'll play some for you. Not 100% sure. Maybe it's already playing and I don't even know. This is all in the past and time is non-existent. Regardless, what you see next is going to be my computer screen. I use I've been editing these videos on my personal laptop. It's a 2021 MacBook Air with an M1 chip, and I use the Adobe suite. I mostly use Premiere Pro. I use Adobe Audition to record the audio through, rather. I use Photoshop for the background and also the thumbnail images. And I just this is a video about that. And if you're interested in that, it's a little lengthy, but I'd appreciate it if you stayed around to the end, and hopefully you do like it. This is our third episode. Aaron Polovchak. It's scheduled to come out on Friday, April 1st. And hopefully you like that episode. Hopefully you like this little bonus content that we got. Not really sure what kind of other bonus content you're going to expect from us in the future, but I know that it's going to be, part of this whole project here is going to be some additional content on the side too. So yeah, this is me editing Aaron's podcast. So I hope you like it. Okay, so I am opening up my external hard drive. First thing we're going to do is create a new Premiere profile and save that in Aaron's folder, and we name it something fancy. And next step, we're gonna create a new sequence, and then we're gonna import some media just to get going here. You can see me, I'm bringing in Aaron's folder here. It gives me a couple errors because it can't bring in native Audition files, and that's fine, no big deal. I go into Adobe Audition later and export everything over to Premiere Pro. So this interview was a little wonky because, your podcast Lackey Boy did not delete all the old videos. So we ran out of space. Okay, so now here I am in Adobe Audition. I go through and I kind of spot check everything. I use a preset. It's a podcast voice preset, pretty standard here. And then I just adjust the sliders there, the input and output sliders, to adjust them up or down depending on what's necessary. And then I make the mix less wet, more dry, however you want to look at it. So that's sort of what I'm doing right here. I'm just sort of making sure that nothing goes into the red and starts peaking. So here you can see I'm exporting the Adobe Audition session into Premiere Pro. First thing I do here, I go through to right click and I synchronize the audio. And if you just noticed, I made a fatal mistake in that when the audio synchronized to the video, it moved the video over into the other video. Did I mention that the video was so spaghetti because we ran out of storage on Cliff's iPhone? Life lesson there, buy the biggest iPhone storage that you can get, just do it. You will be so much happier. And we're going to try to resync everything, and I'm going to do it by hand at first, and that's not going to work, and then I'm going to realize I can just cut the audio and sync it up again, and that's a handy little trick I learned. Fun stuff. So then I just go and I trim off the ends and make everything look clean. And I'm going to go through and unlink all of the video from the audio that the camera picked up, and move the good audio up into the main track. So that should be happening like sometime soonish. Right now I'm going to go through and bring in all of our intro video, outro video, intro music, because the intro music is separate. I'm going to bring in the Photoshop file for the background for the green screen, and boom. Easy as that. And here I go. I'm unlinking them. I knew I'd do it. I think I made another mistake here. I'm not sure 100% how, but the audio and the video were not synced up at this point. You might be able to notice, you might not be able to notice, but yeah, it's not too pretty right now. So here I'm going, because we made some mistakes, I'm going to go throw in like some TV static as like a quick little funny here. So I'm downloading that. It's all royalty free. For whatever reason, what you're going to see me do here next is, I claim my bad tokens. Next thing you're going to see me do here, while this file is downloading, I'm going to let you know, I'm going to go search for some royalty free TV static audio. And I end up having a whole lot of trouble with that. Couldn't really find a good one. And what I did find kind of sounded like outer space a little bit. I'm not 100% sure if it is the best, but that is what we've got. So here you see me placing this, and yeah, no, that's where you see the audio. It's kind of like messed up right now. It's really easy because they were synced up, so I just have to move them to be back in line, right? Perfect. That's it, Past Dylan. Good job. Shorten up the TV static video there. I kind of do this a little backwards, but finally found one eventually, but I like I said, it kind of sounds like outer space. I'm not totally in love with it, but it's what it is. It's fine. So just import that media there. Drag it onto the timeline. It was also really loud. Like, it hurts my ears. I'm really sorry, guys. I tried to monkey around with the settings a little bit. I turned it down as much as I could, turned down the volume as much as I could, but yeah, it's still kind of like a little jarring. I guess that's what it's supposed to be. So right now I am I'm gonna add that, what I just did. Just gonna copy and paste it. There we go, boom, easy. again, I'm sure all of this is like the noob way of video editing and audio engineering and all that jazz, but it's what we're working with. It's fine. I'm learning more each day as I edit these videos and shoot them and record the audio, and so, it's about the experience. It's about the journey, right, guys? Perfect. Got it right there. Do a little fade out, fade in on the outro. Do the same thing on the intro. Pretty classic move. And here I am. I'm bringing all of the video up to the second video track, V2, so that I can pull that bare image down into V1, because what we're going to do is take that green screen out with an effect in Premiere Pro called Ultrakey. And when we do that, it's going to pull that Photoshop file as the background, because we're removing the background basically, and we've got to fill it with something. So it's the bare photo. And so here, this is Ultrakey. Give it a couple, do it 1, 2, 3 times. Get the right green. There it is. Perfect. And I just use like a preset. I use aggressive presetting. You do get a little bit of the green around the hair. It bothers me to no end, but that's the sort of thing where if it's really bad, I'll bring it into After Effects and use it's called Keylight with advanced spill suppression, something like that. And it works really, really well. But if you use any kind of After Effects compositions in a video, it takes forever to load, or rather to render out. I'm gonna add a couple other effects here. Sharpen is one of them to make the subjects sharper. Just monkey around with that a little bit, play around. Do I like it? I do. Well, that's a lot. And that's a little better, right? Next thing I'm going to do is drag some Gaussian blur onto the background. That just helps. If you add a little bit of blur to the background, it helps set your subjects out from it, which is good. Just play around with that. And I'm going to add a drop shadow onto the subjects. And I decide, you know what, let's already go with the shadow that's on the green screen, because I can't let it green screen properly. So we're just going to make it blend in even more, right? And then we go in with Lumetri color. And I added the effect, but I really just went into the color workspace because it's a lot easier to work in, I feel like. I go with auto at first, and then I kind of mess around with whatever auto does. Usually I end up turning the temperature down towards blue, turn the saturation down. I add a little curve. Paste attributes so that everything's all the same, because we just our video was a little spaghetti. And now I think we're going to go through and do a watch. Again, I go through, I kind of spot check things. Before I go and render everything out, I will watch the entire video start to finish. And I usually watch it with someone else there, so as to get their opinion too, make sure that there's nothing else I really need to focus on or something that I missed that, just because I've been looking at this project for so long, my eyes can't see it anymore. Hey, y'all, just want to take this really quick opportunity to say it doesn't feel right to me to say like and subscribe, because typically if I ask you to like and subscribe, that's like, that would be a content creator saying, help me get to the point where I can monetize this video. And we're not going to monetize any of these videos, obviously. But needless to say, if you could give us a like and subscribe, you're going to see these videos more often in your feed. You can get notified when we drop the videos, which is going to be every Friday at noon. So you'll at least be the first to know. So consider giving us a like and subscribe, especially if you like the content. Just kind of chilling right now. Not a whole lot going on in the video, just watching stuff. As you can see, it's not a terrible workflow. These videos take me about an hour to an hour and a half to edit the audio and put everything into Premiere Pro. And then typically between 40 minutes to an hour to render everything out. So it's pretty streamlined even right now. That being said, if y'all have any suggestions for me, that I'm very much a beginner at all this. So if you have any kind of tips or tricks that you want me to know, please reach out. I need all the help I can get. Also, now I'm watching the video. I made a bunch of markers when I was watching this video that I'm narrating over right now, and I can't remember what the markers are for. So gosh, I really hope I figure that out. I think they were places I wanted to cut between. I think that's what it was. I think I wanted to cut between the markers because there were some boring spots or some spots that I messed up, and I didn't want y'all to see me messing up. I will say one thing that we need for the studio right now is some soundproofing. I know it's like cheap on Amazon. You can get a big pack of soundproofing for not a lot of money. Might need to invest in that, or get some cloths or get some like felt or some foam or somewhere from around this building. Sometimes you can hear, we're right above a UPK classroom, and sometimes you can hear children's screams through the vents, and that's not the vibe that we want to give off all the time. Oh, yeah, so this happened. Because our iPhone storage kind of ran out, we had to take 3 separate videos. I actually set up the shot differently on the third video. I had to move some stuff around anyway. The tripod got moved. It was a slightly different shot for this third one, and I think for some reason the lighting just mixed differently because the second and third clips did not really look the same as far as the like colors, like the kind of color vibe I was going for. So what you see here is I'm going back and forth between the two just to kind of like correct things and make them a little more cohesive. Okay, now we're getting towards this is getting to the part where I'm going to take out the thumbnail here. So just going to find and I think that's it. That's it. Yeah. Okay. So I saved that in Aaron's folder. And then I think what I do next is actually I'll bring this into Photoshop for y'all right now so that you can see me. What I'm trying to do right now is find the template document that I made for these thumbnails. And I think I just saved it. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. So open up Photoshop. I am going to save a new one for Aaron. And I will hide that photo and just drag Aaron's right over. Perfect. That's pretty much it. Click enter. Move that over. Oh, this is fun. I didn't have the right font. Cooper Black. I didn't have the right font. Well, you know what I did? I downloaded all the .ttf files. Are they .tffs? I downloaded all the font files. And here I am. Y'all, I want to just let you know, I have been using a Mac for longer than I would like to admit, like almost 13 years at this point. I did not know where the fonts were stored on a Mac. Apple stores all of their fonts on this really nifty app. It's called Fontbook. And I just found it. Perfect. Okay. Then I just, boom, grab Cooper Black in there, and we got it. She's episode 3. And yeah, episode 3, Aaron Polovchak. Throw a drop shadow on there. Make it nice. All right. Well, that's the end of the video. I hope this was insightful. And I hope it also kind of taught you that, if I can do it, really anybody can do it. You just need the right software. You need the right equipment. And you just kind of need to figure out the problems as you encounter them. So yeah, if you liked this video, maybe give us a thumbs up. If you're outside of the education industry, maybe drop us a comment and tell us where you're viewing from. So yeah, great. Tune in for the next one. We've got our schedule down. So we're going to drop Fridays at noon, every Friday. And we're scheduled out until a couple months from now. So, looking forward to keeping this podcast going, and hopefully we'll get some more videos like this too. So thank you for sticking around. Really means a lot to us. Hot Christmas.